To the ANC has been taking a battering. Just this week, some prominent party leaders were embroiled in certain scandals. This happens as the ANC's alliance partner, the SACP, is hosting a virtual rally this morning. Let me bring in Natasha Phiri. She's following the stories for us. Natasha, thank you very much indeed for coming on. The ANC-NEC meeting, I understand, is concluding today. Firstly, what's on the agenda?
Well, very good morning to you, Blaine, and of course to our SABC viewers. Indeed, the ANC-NEC would be concluding their meeting today, and they would be further briefing members of the media this coming week. It would be a very interesting meeting as you've indicated there, Blaine, in your intro. A number of their members have been embroiled in scandals this week, not only issues of corruption, but also domestic affairs and domestic issues as well. You have the likes of presidential spokesperson and ANC PC member Kuselo Diko, Gauteng MEC of Education Dr. Bandile Masuku, and ANC PC member as well in Gauteng, and of course his wife, the MMC of Shared Services in the city of Johannesburg, an ANC REC member. They embroiled in an alleged corruption tender to the tune of 125 million rand. Their issue is expected to be discussed at the NEC this coming weekend. You also have the issue of Umalusi Gikaba's wife being arrested there on Friday, and of course the Integrity Commission are recommending that David Masondo step down from his position as Deputy Minister of Finance and the head of the ANC's political school. So these issues are expected to be bones of contention in the ANC-NEC meeting. You also have another contentious issue the issue of Florence Radzelani, those ANC Limpopo officials, Florence Radzelani and Denim Caesar, who were actually expected to go back to their positions as ANC officials, but that has not happened as yet. So the delayed reinstallment of those two is expected to be discussed in the ANC-NEC meeting. But of course, Blaine, the SACP virtual rally, where they're actually celebrating the 99th year anniversary, comes at a time where the ANC is really taking a battering. The image of the ANC is taking a battering. You have all these figures embroiled in corruption scandals, some in other domestic issues, and people aren't taking this so well. I mean, if you'll remember, Blaine, just on Friday, the ANC sought to have a campaign on social media defending its image, and people on social media and the public as well not taking kindly to it. We had hashtags saying that the ANC must fall, the ANC must go. People expressing their disappointment in the oldest liberation movement in the African continent, saying that it's being eroded by elements of corruption, and it seems as if nothing much actually is being done to hold members and ANC leaders and officials accountable. If you'll remember, Blaine, when President Cyril Ramaphosa was elected as ANC president in 2017 at the Nasrec conference, the ANC had said that it is a time for renewal, organizational renewal, and had committed itself to rid itself of corruption. But it seems as if this is not the case. I mean, when speaking to a political analyst yesterday, he had said that the image of the ANC is actually being dealt a blow. You find that most ANC officials that are elected to the seats of power are actually embroiled in corruption scandals, and there's this perception that nothing much is actually being done to save the image of the ANC. So it is expected that the SACP will be vocal around issues of corruption. I mean, just on Thursday, we heard the General Secretary of the SACP, Dr. Blaine Nzimande, also speaking about corruption, saying that it cannot be tolerated within the tripartite alliance or the ANC itself. It also come out, harshly, some might say, at civil society organizations, that sometimes it can't be that foundations like, let's just say, the Harry Gwala Foundation, the Nelson Mandela Foundation, the Ahmed Kathrada Foundation are used as a tool to actually criticize the movement of the ANC. So these are just some contentious issues that are also expected to pop up. But also just going back to the issue of, the 125 million rand tender corruption, where the likes of Kusela Diko and Dr. Bandile Masuku actually, involved. And we've been reliably informed this morning as the SABC that members of the Integrity Commission that are actually presiding over those issues, Blaine, is Trevor Fowler, who's the former city manager of the city of Johannesburg, and Mavuso Nsimang, who's an ANC stalwart.
So what sort of outcomes are we expecting? Well, not what sort. We'll just have to wait and see. When can we hear from the Integrity Committee with regards to these outcomes? A couple of weeks' time, would you say?
Well, there was some sort of indication that by by the Secretary General, I beg your pardon, Blaine, for that. There were some indications there given by Jacob Kawe, who had said that from 3 to 4 weeks, the Integrity Committee would actually come back with those outcomes. As of now, we do know that Kusela Diko and Bandile Masuku have asked to actually, step aside from their positions, including Uloyiso Lukayeni Masuku.
Yeah. Look, allegations of corruption. You mentioned how the ANC is trying to handle these allegations. It also talks to, I guess, the bigger picture of how these allegations or perceptions of corruption affects brand South Africa as a brand. We're going to have somebody from brand South Africa in a short while to talk about perceptions of corruption, what it means for a country like South Africa. But Natasha, talk to us about how the alliance is handling these allegations. Do you think that it is handling these allegations with the urgency it deserves?
Well, Blaine, that issue remains to be seen. I think we'll hear, it's best if we hear from the General Secretary of the SACP, Blaine Zimande, as to what the alliance is actually, what their stance is on such issues. But I mean, the SACP, Blaine, time and time again, has always come out against issues of corruption. If you remember in time past, Blaine, when the former president, Jacob Zuma, was still in power, the SACP was, also at the forefront of leading the campaign, saying that he should actually do the honorable thing and step down as president. They've been out, talking and standing out against corruption. I mean, we saw in time past that they have been organizing protests, anti-corruption protests, also coming out strongly against, issues of state capture within the country, coming out strongly against the Gupta family as well. So it is, expected that the SACP could come out guns blazing and also probably supporting the notions, of ANC officials being held accountable for, their actions.
So the SACP celebrating 99 years. There is a 99-year anniversary, a virtual rally happening today. What else is on the agenda for that rally?
Well, we're expecting a number of keynote speakers to actually speak there, the likes of Dr. Blaine Nzimande, the likes of Solima Payila. We've also got other alliance partners who are expected to speak, like COSATU and the ANC, of course, and then there will be those closing remarks. The program is expected to end at around 1 o'clock, but of course it will start at 11 o'clock. And of course, I must remind the viewers that this will be held virtually, as we all know that the country is under lockdown.
All right, Natasha Phiri, live for us there. Thank you very much indeed for your reporting. Well, the Free State Department